with news in the global village.
With the main news bulletin, this is Grace Msimuko.
Good afternoon. This is 5FM Main News. The headlines. Zambia Police Service working towards introduction of enhanced community policing. 30 suspected Ethiopian nationals detained by the Mpika Immigration Office. South African leader to attend Cairo summit on Gaza conflict. This bulletin is also streaming live on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia. The details. Home Affairs and Internal Security Minister Jack Mwimbu has revealed that the Zambia Police Service is working on introducing enhanced community policing, where identified members will be used in fighting crime. He was responding to a question raised by Katombola constituency Member of Parliament Clement Andeleki in Parliament today, who wanted to know what government is doing to protect lives and property in areas without police stations in his constituency. Mr. Mwimbu says members of the community will be able to tell the law enforcers the perpetrators of criminal activities. He says most of the criminals reside within the community. It is incumbent that members of the community help in the identification.
Community policy. We tend to believe that once the community policing is entrenched in the communities, so the communities will be able to tell us and arrest those who are responsible for criminal activities. We are all aware that most of these criminals or alleged criminals reside within the communities.
The Mpika Immigration Office has detained 30 suspected Ethiopian nationals for failure to appear before the nearest immigration officer on entry, and a 44-year-old Tanzanian truck driver, Shamte Kasim Samata, for aiding and abetting the Ethiopians. The suspects were handed over to the Mpika Immigration Office by police after police officers intercepted a containerized truck and trailer driven by Samata on the 13th of October 2023. The officers discovered the 30 suspected Ethiopians aged between 20 and 29 hidden in the cooking oil-laden container of the truck. Confirming the development, Immigration Public Relations Officer Namati Shinka says all suspects are detained at Mpika Correctional Facility pending prosecution, and the Mpika Immigration Office has issued a seizure notice for the containerized truck and trailer. He says the Mpika incident brings the number of persons apprehended by the Department of Immigration between the 10th and 18th of October 2023 to 394. Meanwhile, Mr. Nshinka says the Lusaka Regional Immigration Office on 13th October 2023 removed 61 illegal immigrants from the country, most of them after serving prison sentences for illegal entry and unlawful stay. He says those removed in the mass removal exercise were 40 Burundians, 19 Tanzanians, 1 Kenyan, and 1 Rwandese.
The group was intercepted on a Lusaka-bound public service bus on 10th October 2023 at Nkolem checkpoint when they failed to produce information of their hosts in Zambia. The Lusaka and Kasama removals bring the number of persons removed from the country between 10th and 18th October 2023 to 132. Further, the Department of Immigration between 10th and 18th October 2023 secured 70 convictions and refused entry to 32 foreign nationals for failure to meet entry requirements for Zambia.
The Lusaka City Council has called on Lusaka residents to keep their homes and surroundings clean to prevent the spread of cholera. Council Acting Public Relations Manager Nyambe Mbuluma says the Ministry of Health has so far confirmed 1 cholera-related death and 11 more cases have been recorded in Lusaka. He says it is from this background that the council urges members of the community to always practice high levels of hygiene in their homes and surroundings, as this will help avert the disease. He says the council remains committed to keeping the city of Lusaka clean, green, and healthy to ensure preventing all kinds of diseases that come with uncleanliness. Mr. Bulumba says removing street vendors from the streets and maintaining drainages are some of the measures the local authority is trying so hard to implement, as this will go a long way in keeping the city clean. He has since called on the members of the public to complement these efforts for the benefit of everyone.
So that's the situation that we are trying to prevent by making sure that the city is clean. But look, these are issues that are affecting individual homes. But what are homes doing to ensure that this particular disease is contained? We continue calling upon members of the public to ensure that their homes are clean, so that we do not experience such cases of diseases.
Education Minister Douglas Siakalima has launched the Life Skills and Health Education in Schools through Clubs. The program is a global fund-supported vehicle aimed at ensuring that health education is provided to all adolescents in schools through clubs called Adolescents Health Clubs. The event was launched at Kanyonyo Primary School in Mongu, Western Province. This is the second launch of the program. The first one took place in Mwense District in Wapula Province early this year. Speaking at the launch, Siakalema said the move to launch the program was necessitated with Zambia's population, which now stands at about 19 million, of which 4.8 million constitutes adolescents and young people aged between 15 to 35. He said it is therefore critical to empower young people with life skills and health education. The minister said government is happy with the support from the Global Fund that is helping in implementation of adolescent health clubs in 500 schools dotted in 32 selected districts and benefiting 75,000 learners in the country. In addition, the minister said it is gratifying that the Global Fund is in the process of constructing 12 boarding secondary schools in selected districts of the country at a cost of 1.5 million United States dollars, with each facility costing about 2.1 million kwacha. And the Barose Royal Establishment representative Induna Nyambe Namunshi was honored to witness the launch of the program. In other news trending this afternoon, the National Union for Small-Scale Farmers in Zambia says the delays by government to pay out premiums to insurance companies implementing Weather Insurance Index program under the Farming Input Support Program has continued to disadvantage farmers. A civil society organization in the WASH Forum called ECHO has attributed the cholera outbreak in Lusaka to erratic water supply currently being experienced. Up next, business news.
From Radio Business News, we mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
Green Economy and Environment Minister Collins Nzovu has assured government support to the private sector through formulation of relevant pieces of legislation and policies that will encourage environmental sustainability. Speaking during the launch of Toyota hybrid electric vehicles by Sfao Motors Zambia last evening, Mr. Nzovu says the introduction of the Toyota Corolla Cross and RAV4 hybrid electric vehicles with lower carbon emissions and reduced carbon footprint is a step in the right direction towards achieving environmental sustainability and a green agenda. He says the launch is proof of the company's dedication to sustainability and a positive contribution to the preservation of the environment for future generations. Mr. Nzovu has further expressed delight that the Minister of Finance and National Planning, Dr. Stumbeko Musokotwane, in his budget speech for 2024, has provided tax incentives for hybrid electric vehicles. The minister has further urged other motor dealers to emulate this initiative and consider supplying hybrid electric vehicles for the masses.
The reduced carbon footprint is a step in the right direction towards achieving environmental sustainability and a green agenda. I would therefore like to express my gratitude to CIFAO Motor Zambia for their commitment to supporting the New Dawn government's initiative towards a green economy. This launch is proof of their dedication to sustainability and a positive contribution to the preservation of our environment for future generations.
In foreign news, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa is set to attend a peace summit in Cairo on Saturday to discuss how to bring an end to the Israeli-Gaza conflict. He was invited by Egypt's president to join the talks, which will cover the escalation of conflict in Israel and the Gaza Strip, the urgent need for humanitarian support, and make a call for the resumption of the peace process, the South African president said in a statement. It said that Mr. Ramaphosa was deeply concerned about the attacks on civilians, the displacement of people, and the humanitarian crisis in the Gaza Strip. A roundup from the BBC.
The Israeli military say it's evacuating all residents of the northern city of Kiryat Shmona as clashes continue with Hezbollah fighters across the border with Lebanon. It comes as concern grows about Israel's conflict with Hamas spreading wider across the region. People in Gaza are competing for critically short supplies of food, water and medicine as trucks carrying much-needed aid wait across the border in Egypt. The UN Secretary-General is on his way there to appeal for aid trucks to be allowed in immediately. The US President Joe Biden has said he'll make an urgent budget request to Congress on Friday for billions of dollars in military support to Israel. In a televised address from the Oval Office, Mr. Biden said Hamas had unleashed evil, but his actions did not take away the Palestinian people's right to dignity and self-determination.
In sports news, Bayern Munich says that fullback Nosir Mazraoui never meant to cause any irritation by sharing a video in support of Palestine on Instagram. The Bundesliga champions held a detailed and clarifying meeting with the 25-year-old Morocco international this week, following his post about the conflict in Israel and Gaza. Bayern chief executive Jan Christian Driessen said Nosir Mazraoui has incredibly assured them that as a peace-loving person, he resolutely rejects terror and war. The lunchtime weather report. Northwestern, Copperbelt, Luapula, northern and central provinces mainly cloudy, windy at times and warm to hot with isolated showers and thunderstorms. Maximum temperatures will range from 29 degrees centigrade to 36 degrees centigrade. The evening will be partly cloudy, windy at times and warm to hot with isolated rain and thunder, especially over Copperbelt, Northwestern and Luapula provinces. Western, Southern and Lusaka provinces, partly cloudy, windy at times and warm to hot. Maximum temperatures will range between 29 degrees and 39 degrees centigrade. The evening will have few clouds, windy at times and warm. That item brings us to the end of the news. Before we go, a recap of the top stories. Zambia Police Service working towards introduction of enhanced community policing. 30 suspected Ethiopian nationals detained by the Mpika Immigration Office. and the South African leader to attend Cairo summit on Gaza conflict. For these and more stories, you can follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM Radio. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Grace Msimuko. Do have a safe and blessed weekend.